It's the Champions League knockout stages, YouTube. That is correct. I never thought I would ever say this early in the save, and not especially after what was needed last episode. With that being said, let's run that intro. Let's find out who we're going to get in our first ever knockout stage in the Champions League. And well, let's see if we can pull off an upset. Yes, welcome in YouTube. As always, I'll just mention 80% of you that watch this video do not subscribe, so please hit that sub button. And of course, on top of that as well, if you could like the video to promote it out to other football managing enthusiasts or leave a comment, that's always appreciated as well. I am about to get into the draw, but I'm very, very, very interested in the fact that Napoli won the Champions League last year, so that's pretty cool. Let's see who the winners have been since the save. Barca, PSG, Right, outside of Barcelona and PSG winning it every year, which, you know, PSG does not shock me because their team is just nutty every single year on FM. Napoli winning the Champions League. Nice. How did they do it? Okay, we've gone on a tangent, but Napoli won the Champions League last year, so we have to have a look at this. They beat Man City in the final in a shootout. Oh, that is pure. Man City didn't particularly play the greatest. Napoli actually were not bad in that game. Merit having an 8.6, Edison having an 8.2, so fair enough there. Okay, let's see how they got there, though. Champions League semi-final, they got Benfica. Barcelona, they knocked out. That's a pretty hard draw. And in the round of 16, they went through Marseille. Right, interesting. They only played one really massive team, and it was one of the defending champions in Barca. Well, there you go. Anyway, let's focus on what we're going to do here in the Champions League. If you guys do not know how we're here, last episode, go check it out. We needed to get a result against Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. So, yeah, it was crazy times. De Franca is an absolute legend. Let's get into the draw. I love that they got the Champions League music in this. Oh, it's so nice. All right, the seeded teams that we could get. Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Benfica, Chelsea, OJ Nice, Napoli, Madrid, or Rennes. Straight away, if we want to get through, we want Benfica, Rennes, or OJ Nice. Maybe Atletico, after what just happened last episode. Want to avoid Real Madrid, want to avoid Barca, want to avoid Napoli, want to avoid Chelsea. Let's find out. We'll be at home, no matter when we're drawn. I think that Champions League music is absolutely bliss, don't you? I think that is amazing. All right, Benfica go out. That's not good for us. We could be in danger of getting absolutely pumped here. So there goes Dortmund. That's fine. Dortmund are going to get... We'll speed it up now that the music's gone. Barcelona, that's really good. Next at the hat is Galatasaray. Good on Galatasaray. Please take Real Madrid. They got Napoli, so defending champions, so be it. Juve get Real Madrid. That's really good for us. So right now with the seeded teams left, is we've got Atletico, Chelsea, Rennes, OJ Nice. So 1 in 4. All right, 1 in 4 chance. So a 50-50 chance, apologies, that we get OJ Nice or Rennes. 1 in 4 chance that we get Rennes, which I think is the easiest one. 50% chance we're going to France. Nice. That's nice that we get OJ Nice. That's a winnable game. Now, I say this, OJ Nice probably have a really, really, really good team. Let's go and have a look at their general ability. So they've come second in Ligue 1 the last 2 seasons. So maybe OJ Nice starting to really, really do well. They currently sit 6th, though, at the moment here, so not having a good year. They're predicted to come second as well in the thing. Some names that we know. Jean-Claude Todibo, Gakpo, Krupi. Okay, interesting. I'm very happy with that draw, boys. If we can beat Atletico Madrid, we might be able to beat OJ Nice. With that being said, I will see you guys when it's probably a little bit brighter and I'm on stream because it's currently 6 in the morning. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've got a winnable tie in the first knockout round of the Champions League. That could be massive. Game number 1, home Dumbarton Stadium, Champions League knockout round. Firstly, with the Dumbarton Stadium, we have got a planned expansion up from 14 to 16,000 seats, which is great. Secondly, this is one of the easier draws that we could have got. Lastly, on top of that, we just play Rangers on stream, and we also played Dundee United, who won 6-1, but Rangers on stream, and we led 3-0, absolutely dominated. Rangers 2 goals really flattered them. this 4-4-2 possession-based system can be really, really deadly at its in moments, and I'm hoping we see that here against OJ Nice. Now let's get into OJ Nice, have a little bit more in-depth look at how they're going. They sit 6 in League 1. They were predicted to finish second this year. We did look at that earlier. They finished second by 11 points, and the second the year before, third the year before that. So they've had a pretty good rise up the ranks, OJ Nice, which is good to see. Secondly, in terms of Champions League, let's go and have a look how they've gone in the Champions League. Drew away from home at the final, beat Vigo at home, beat Hajduk Split, lost to Napoli at home, drew to Rangers, which gives me a lot of hope here. Drew to Red Star, never easy to go to Red Star though. Beat Leipzig and only lost 1-0 to Arsenal. So they're a team on their day that if they get going are fantastic, but also a team that you can get at as well, I think. I think this game is going to be massive amounts of importance, because if you win this game here, we can look to hold on to something in France, and that could be huge. Your team's going to be Caleb. St. Anna will start with the long throws. The Van's been developing into a monster, so as much as I want to play the Van, I do trust Konsa for these bigger games, so Konsa is in. We have Tekawi, who I think could go with a little shot of going to win next gen. He might not win it, but he'll be on the next gen list and be our first player, I would imagine. Damien Starrich has been playing over Mendy, so I am going to go with Damien Starrich here today. Lynch has been in great form. Foley, Mariba, I don't know why he's down to 2.5 star Mariba. That makes no sense to me. Star ratings being star ratings. Current ability? Taking a hit. I don't think it should have taken a hit. Maybe his form? I don't know. He's still scored 9 goals. Rojas out on the left. The Frank has been outrageous. Claudio just scored a hat-trick against Rangers, so he's in good form. We look really good. And as long as we play to the best of our ability, we can win this game of football. So let's get into it. Champions League song in just a second, but let's go and have a look at this OJ Nice side and see how we go. Team talk's not going to get much better than what we've done, but there we go. Let's have a look. So they got Nikolai Kavalin in goal. Decent keeper, 6'4", fairly well rounded. This guy at right back who looks pretty damn physically monstrous. Yeah, not the greatest going forward, but this guy's a defending centre-back, full-back, outrageous. Jean-Claire Todibo, I've used him plenty, a save, very elite. Mikamamo I used as well in Glory Hunter, fantastic. Mateus Oliveira looks pretty good at full-back. That's a pretty good back four. Maloney, yeah, he's very well-rounded, good determination. I can never pronounce the name, Boydeu, pretty well-class as well. Sofian Diop, world-class winger. That's a name I'm not even going to try to pronounce. So Isaac in the middle, not the striker, but he looks decent. Eli looks pretty well-rounded, and Cody Gakpo's up front, who is definitely very world-class. You got Junior Krupi on the bench. I think he's fantastic, could arguably start for them. Jack Everett looks pretty decent at 22. This guy at 19 years of age, only wanted for 6 million. I'll give that a scout because he's better than that as well. Arthur Veerman, Tony looks decent. Zuma is Kurt Zuma. Sal Makers from Celtic just came here. Yeah, we're not the favourites for this. Champions League song. Can we do it? Let's go find out. A winnable tie, boys. They don't come often in the round of 16 when you're just new to the Champions League. But to get OJ Nice, a little bit lucky. It's going to be Dumbarton in the white with the yellow stripe, and then it's going to be OJ Nice in the AC Milan looking colours. It is a big game, a game that we have to come home and dominate and play as well as we did against Atletico Madrid last episode if we're going to have any shot of winning. This is a winnable game. We must win, you feel, if we're going to have any hope of getting through this tie. First highlight might be OJ Nice, though, and Lai into Boudouye, and Lai and Anson with a great save. I think it's Eli. I do not know. He's just good. So, good save, Caleb. It's 0-0. Gakpo to take a corner, would rather have him in the box probably to win headers, and Caleb at 6'6" crashes through bodies to win the ball. Great goalkeeping. Outside of that, though, if you're looking at the stats, we already had 4 shots. Doutain with the raid. Well done, Doutain, for coming in at the raiding moment as we're in the Champions League against OJ Nice at home in the first leg. 5 shots, 0 on target, 56% possession. On paper, we've played well, but we're yet to see a highlight. 35 minutes played. It's a highlight, and it's again for OJ Nice. Gakpo. Front stick, John Claude. Flicked on back stick to Maloney. That's poor defending. And we are 1-0 down in the 38th minute to OJ Nice. OG Nice. This is not nice. This is Nice. Yeah. Very unfortunate. 5 shots, 5 on target. That's pretty fun. DeFranco gets down the byline. Maybe our first highlight. Mariba goes back to Starridge. Inside the Rojas. Deflected straight into the keeper's hands. First highlights come after we've conceded. Sounds fair. Cavallina goes long. Rojas wins a header, but only as far as their midfield. Into Barris. Todibo. Looks like OJ needs to start in the build again. Todibo. Barris. Diop. Good touch from Diop. Good ball in. Gakpo scores. I think that's 2-0. And just like that, our hopes in the Champions League have gone pretty busto. I'm going to go pretty quickly into the 4-4-2. The aggressive 4-4-2. We need to find a goal here today. Highlight from kickoff. We're going to go a little bit more direct, a little bit more Adam now. I don't think we made a mistake playing the possession-based system. I think we've done okay. If you look at these stats, it's just one of those games which FNs apparently said they're scoring all their chances, but scoring none. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll look for DeFranco early. Don't find him. Now we need to get on the press and try win the ball high. Keeper goes long. They win the ball. If they make it 3-0 now, the tie is over. Lynch. Consa. Good ball in a Lynch. Sotomore. St. Anna. Numbers in the box. Does he cross? He doesn't, which is odd. And now he crosses. Sotomore. Lynch. Wow. They've given a penalty and it's never a pen. If this is said no penalty, that is so corrupt because Lynch just cut it. Rojas is about to tap it into an open goal and the referee blows his whistle. Wow. Talk about when a tie is against you, a tie is against you. This has to be given as a pen. If this is not given as a penalty, we are going to riot. This is dumb. This is dumb. Like, I try not to riot too much, but it's never going to be a penalty, so I don't know why he blows his whistle. So the game realises it fell perfectly to Lynch. Rojas is goal side of his man. Like that ball, Rojas one step, open goal, thank you for coming. Come off it. Wow. Shh. 2-0 down. Tie's pretty much over. Got to stay in the aggressive 4-4-2. We're going to have to go after it. That's not good from Caleb, but it is going to fall to us. St. Anna, Lynch. Goes on a run. DeFranco needs to get back stick for one. Instead we go to Mariba. Hits from distance. Good save from the keeper. Apparently hit the bar as well. Need to find at least one goal, you feel. Very unlucky here today. Very unlucky here today. Amarim's going to come in. Mariba's going to come off. Andy Irving's going to come in. Lee Brennan's going to come in with a little bit more pace. Actually, no. Amadou Sene, sorry. Ferland Mendy for Damien Starridge. Need to find a goal. It's not been our day. Look at this. We're getting nothing. Fuck it. Jeez. I'm going to move back into the possession-based system and hope a bit more control will give us a goal. Wow, one of those days, man. Look at this on paper. We need this to go in. This has to be a highlight goal. 2-1, then we dare to dream something happens special in France. Irving cuts it. Tekawi saved. Apparently it was offside. I don't think he's offside there, but sure game. Wow, one of those games that you look at and you get so frustrated at. We've had similar possession, same amount of shots, similar XG. They've scored twice. We had a penalty turned down, and if they just let it play for an extra 2 seconds, we would have had to tap into an open goal. And that changes the game. At the end of the day, the quality in teams have shown here. They're much better than what we are. We're on a trajectory which is upwards, and we are developing. I think what hurts most about this game is the fact that we avoided Real Madrid, we avoided Napoli, who won it last year, we avoided Barcelona, we avoided Chelsea. We avoided all the hard teams. And getting a team like OJ Nice, you know that is probably the best tie that you could have got. So to turn up and not perform to our best on the day is frustrating, because we played how we played against Atletico Madrid here, and DeFranco got going, etc. We win this game every day of the week. But we don't get there, and that's the beauty of having a rebuildy sort of save. The team's not there yet to be consistent at the Champions League level. We're starting to become consistent at a Scottish Premiership level. We haven't even mastered conquering Scotland yet. We haven't even won the Cups in Scotland. So to probably expect that we should go here and win is probably a bit too high on myself. But look, we didn't play well. The boys were Are we disgraced? No. Can we come back? Maybe. I think it's about to be a bloodbath in France, if I'm going to be honest, and we're probably going to get beat. But there's the first leg. On a different day, we definitely deserved a goal. On a different day with better refereeing, we would have had a goal. Maybe one goal would have changed that game.
You, yes, you. Follow me on Twitch. You watch all my content live, and of course, all the VODs for all your viewing needs. The Twitch is the place to go, and for funny clips like this.
Can you fucking shut up?
Pietro Pellegrini
Just
is a
shut
freak, Mum.
Honestly.
Pietro Pellegrini is a freak. Here we go. 2-0 down. We're away in France to try and topple Nice. I personally don't think it's going to happen. In terms of recapping how we went in the league game in between, we beat Hearts 4-1. We didn't play well, but the beautiful thing about the possession base 4-4-2 is that you will be able to create very clear-cut chances. Has to be said, Omar El Sayed, this is the first game that I've been able to use him since signing him in January because of African Cup of Nations, and they made the final and won Egypt. He scored his first goal for the club. You can see he's come front stick on the break. Goal, brilliant. He also set up the goal for Sene for the tap-in, which was great as well. As you can see here, great ball over the top from Crockett, which falls to El Sayed. And with his pace, he just burns people, gets to the byline, and easy as you like. So, guess who gets a start today when we need goals? Omar El Sayed. And that's what he looks like at the moment. He's actually been developing whilst playing for Egypt. Very determined and very quick. Hopefully he does the job. Outside of that, I move Lynch to the left-hand side. He actually prefers it out there, even though I prefer him on the right. And I've actually gone with the experienced Ferland, Mendy, and St. Anna. I don't think we can concede today, so I've gone with two more experienced heads out there. Still with a long throw as well. In terms of the rest of the team, Konsa and Takawi I prefer in the bigger games. I think that will change after this. It'll be the Van and Takawi with Konsa off the bench. DeFranca and Sotomayor have been the best front two. I will say Sene has started to score goals of late. And maybe, just maybe, we could get him a start, but we're not going to do that today. Thought about it for half a second. We're 2-0 down. We have to win this game by 2 goals to force extra time. We have to win by 3 to win overall. I doubt that's going to happen. Let's go and have a look if they're lining up the same way. Oh, they look a little bit tired. If you could get the first goal, make this game run to the 75th minute, and they're tired, you could score a second and maybe win an extra time. Same back four. Same midfield. Junior Krupi started this time, so they have made a change up front. Champions League. We have to expect not to win. We have to expect that this is a learning experience and understand that too. But if we get that first goal, there's hope. And it's the hope that kills you in the Champions League, or it's the hope that makes you. It'll be us in the black and the pink. OJ Nice in those AC Milan looking colours. We must overturn a 2-goal deficit if we want to make the round of 16. Let's go do it, boys. Let's go do it. We need to go early. Disclaimer, I don't think we're coming back. I often say, do you believe? this one's one that I've written in the book as a learning experience. We move on and we just take the 10 mil for getting here. But if we score the first goal out of nowhere, you're never going to know. Great save from Caleb to keep us in it in 7 minutes. If they score the first goal, it is over. And, yeah, it could get ugly. But I'm going to hope it won't. I'm just grateful we got through the league phase. That's 10 million in our back pocket for when this game ends. Straight away, though, you're looking at the match momentum. Even-ish. Highlight here. Consa. Would love them to get a red card. That'd be great. Say Anna. Oh, it's a mistake. We're just getting pressed too much in the possession-based system, it feels, against these bigger teams. Caleb with another world-class save. The keeper is doing all sorts at the moment. I'm going to let this possession-based system play to the 30th minute, and if it's 0-0, we're going to go into the attacking more punt ball system. The lower level, you put it in the channel system, which might work for us better. The match momentum has not been bad in any of these games, like slightly losing. Yet again, we've had a very good amounts of possession, but not being able to turn that into chances. Gakpo's allowed to turn. Caleb saves again. I've seen enough. Let's just get through this highlight so we don't concede. If we concede from the corner, I'd be annoyed. We're going to go into the aggressive 4-4-2 and just caution to the wind. Ball in. Handball. No, that's handball by them. Of course, as soon as I want to change the system, you go and give them a goal. I'm sorry, but did that not hit a lie or liar's hand? Whose hand did this hit? There's only one person with his hands up that's hit. Oh my god, corruption at its finest, man. We should have had an advantage for a foul in the box. It would have been a tap in. They then didn't give the penalty. And then this. Caleb's having a world-class game, by the way, boys. Caleb Anson has gone in and just, he's made 3 massive saves and now a penalty save to keep us in this. So, yeah. Thank Caleb. Mr. Caleb Anson is having a world-class game. Just fix the match engine. Highlight straight away. Mate, if we score and Caleb's making these saves, I believe all of a sudden. Konsa, Takawi, Foley, put it in a channel. Sotomore, Say Anna, El Sayed with pace. Does he go for goal? DeFranco, believe. You believe now, don't you? You all believe. Every single one of you in chat, you believe. Unreal. It's 2-1. Believe, boys. El Sayed, ball into DeFranco, slight deflection and in. 1-0 Dumbarton. Corner straight away. Oh, don't do it. Head it over the bar. Head it into the post. Caleb, come claim. Gakpo, he's got one outside the box. Diop. Oh my, that's a finish. We believe for 15 seconds. I'm happy. We got the belief. We had belief. When a goalkeeper's having a world-class game, you just have to put it in the top bin. And, well, Diop is a world-class winger, and he just put it in the top bin first time. That's poetry. That's a goal. Sometimes you're just going to say beat, but too good. Too good. 40 minutes played, 3-1 down on aggregate, 1-1 on the night, which is actually pretty special. Diop, Maloney, that's outside the box, never a penalty. I hate these ones. It's like so clear as day. We've been dominated? Yeah, we're being dominated, Tim. We're not at this level yet. We're just taking the 10 mil for getting to this stage and running. So Debo heads over. All right. Half time, we need 2 goals. We've been terrible, even though Caleb's been sensational. And yeah, 13 shots, 8 to 3 shots, 1. Hey, we led. We led. That's unbelievable. Could we find one sneaky goal from somewhere? That could be interesting. All right, I'm going to make 2 changes here. Lynch has had a stinker. Rojas has been in pretty decent form and developing as well, boys. That's the main thing. He's developing pretty well, is Rojas. Second person's going to come is Amadou Sene does love a goal. So we are going to do that. I'm actually going to be Franco to the other side and Sene to the other side. Sene would have scored 2 by now. Well, he's on the park. Mariba's not had the best of the game. I know that there's potential for penalties and stuff, but when you kind of need goals, and Andy Irving kind of gets a lot of assists and goals traditionally. So he's coming in. Will we find a moment? Will we find a moment? We've actually played okay. I don't think a moment's coming here, boys. 78th minute. Here we go. Gakpo on the run. Konsa. Irving. Let's pass it to a centre-back that kind of has a striker standing in front of him. That makes sense. Great save from Caleb. Falls back to him. What are you doing, Andy Irving? What ball did you see, sir? He didn't even look up. He just was like, I'm playing this ball. What are you looking at? What picture do you see here that he thinks this is a good pass? Anyhow, it is what it is. And this is game over, and that is us done and dusted in the Champions League this year. Well, it was fun. We had a good laugh. Caleb, what a game. You have to take the positive out of the fact Caleb played sensational today, don't you? Man of the match, and he conceded twice. And there we go. We gave it our best shot. Boys seem very appreciative of the praise. And we lose 4-1, and we're out of the Champions League. And we're not meant to be doing it against OJ Nice. You know, you got to remember OJ Nice have got Todibo, who is one of the best centre-backs in the game, who looks world-class. You got Diop, who is that good and worth 70 million by himself. Gakpo's up front. You know, this is a team that's been pushing PSG the last couple of years for the title. Not getting to win the title, but yeah. And Mike Marmo is another great ball-playing defender. So we're not at that level yet, and we shouldn't expect to be. But the fact we got through to this round is amazing. Because we really, really shouldn't have. We should not be beating Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. The big thing for me was to get 10 mil for getting here. That's what was so important to get out of the league phase. That 10 mil is massive. With the fact that the league is going to hit us, 3.2 million? 3.7 million? Because it actually went up, for those that were wondering. It actually has gone up from 12th to 11th, which is nice. We get a little bit more money now for winning the league. That probably means by the time we lose money, the club's just expanding the stadium currently. We'd probably end on the 50 million mark. You might be thinking, Damien, why is the transfer budget at 25? The board just gave me extra funds, even though it was the end of the transfer window. So I think personally we're in a great spot financially. We're in a spot with some sales. We could get to 70, 80 million. And we're in a spot that we should be making the Champions League and look to make it to this stage, which will give you a guaranteed 14 million for the group stay or the league phase, plus a guaranteed 10 million for this round without winning. So that's 24 million every year. With the way our teams are, we can see what goes on, and we should be okay to keep a good balance now. And that's the importance of having a very good first campaign in the Champions League. And that's the importance of having a very good squad, a young squad, and a squad that has a lot of sellable assets, which are much cheaper than what you bought them for. And that's what we've got to be grateful for. I don't think this is an episode to get angry and upset that we're out the Champions League. This is an episode just to go, they were too good. We're lucky to be here. Thank you for the money. Move on to the next episode. In terms of what the next episode is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, well, we're going to win the league. We're out of all the cups. So, next episode, we're going to recap every result from Kilmarnock until we win the league. And it's going to be a nice little easy recap video. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. As always, there is a link to the 442 video about the lower league 442. There will be a video at some stage about the possession-based 442 if it continues to win games of football. And we also have the link to the playlist so you can catch up if this is your first video. Catch you guys later. Give it a like and goodbye.